As we close May 2026, markets served as a reminder that recoveries are rarely linear. After the rebound that we saw in April, investors were once again confronted with volatility as global uncertainties and shifting expectations around growth and interest rates influenced the sentiment. At the same time, the Q4 earnings season reinforced an important message. While market narratives change every few weeks, the strength of underlying businesses matters far more over the long run. Every month, we of course share the performance numbers with you, and keeping this broad market overview in mind, let us take a look at how we at ithought PMS navigated the month. Starting with Solitaire, our flagship Flexi cap strategy built around high quality businesses with strong balance sheets and sustainable competitive advantages. May was a challenging month for the portfolio, with the strategy delivering minus 0.26% compared to minus 0.17% for the S&P BSE 500 TRI benchmark. While the short-term market movements can influence returns, the longer-term picture remains quite encouraging. Over the past 1 year, of course, the strategy delivered minus 3.68%. And more importantly, since inception in August 2019, the strategy has compounded at 19.31%, comfortably ahead of the benchmark's 15.93%. The portfolio continues to remain anchored in businesses with strong cash generation and prudent capital allocation, with meaningful exposures across financial services, FMCG, automobiles, capital goods, and healthcare. Our focus remains on owning businesses that can compound earnings across cycles rather than reacting to short-term market movements. Moving on to TRUBLU, our large cap strategy focused exclusively on the Nifty 50 universe. The objective here is quite simple: own the strongest businesses within India's largest companies while avoiding names that may face some structural challenges. For the month of May, TRUBLU delivered minus 0.98%, outperforming the Nifty 50 TRI, which declined minus 1.72%. Over the last 1 year, the strategy generated minus 6.15% compared to minus 3.84% for the benchmark. And since inception in March 2021, TRUBLU has delivered 9.19% against the benchmark's 10.14%. With its relatively low volatility profile and exposure to market leaders across financials, automobiles, FMCG, energy, and healthcare, TRUBLU continues to serve as a stable core allocation for investors seeking consistency through the changing market environments. Coming to VRIDDHI, our small and micro cap strategy, which focuses on identifying emerging leaders through deep bottom-up research. Following a strong recovery in April, the broader small cap space experienced renewed pressure in May, and VRIDDHI delivered minus 0.52% during the month, compared to minus 0.17% for the S&P BSE 500 TRI benchmark. While periods like this can be uncomfortable, they are not unusual in the small cap universe. Over the past 1 year, the strategy has delivered minus 9.34%, while since inception in May 2021, it has compounded at 17.37%, ahead of the benchmark's 13.40%. What continues to differentiate VRIDDHI is its focus on businesses that are often under-researched and under-owned. Nearly half the portfolio remains invested in companies with little or no external analyst coverage, while a significant portion consists of debt-free businesses and niche market leaders. Our conviction remains that long-term wealth creation in small caps comes from identifying quality early and staying patient through periods of volatility. Next is FEAR, our multi-asset strategy designed to adapt to changing macroeconomic conditions by allocating across equities, debt, and global opportunities. May was a relatively soft month for the strategy, with Sphere delivering minus 1.71% compared to a positive 0.13% for the NSE Multi-Asset Index 1 benchmark. However, looking beyond a single month, the strategy continues to demonstrate the strength of its framework. Over the past 1 year, Sphere has generated 10.91%, more than double the benchmark's 4.94%. And since inception in December 2021, the strategy has delivered 20.62%, significantly outperforming the benchmark return of 9.50%. Being a multi-asset strategy with the flexibility to go from 0 to 100% in any asset class, the portfolio remains primarily equity-oriented in this market. The portfolio currently maintains diversified exposure across banks, financial services, consumption, global assets, and cyclical sectors. And the objective remains unchanged: to identify opportunities wherever they exist and build a portfolio that can navigate multiple market environments without being dependent on one single asset class. And finally, NEO, our multi-asset strategy designed specifically for NRIs seeking diversified exposure to India's growth story. May saw the strategy deliver minus 1.83% compared to a positive 0.13% for the benchmark. While the month was challenging, the longer-term track record continues to remain strong. Over the past 1 year, NEO has generated 2.74%, and since inception in October 2022, it has delivered 19.31%, comfortably ahead of the benchmark's return of 11%. This portfolio also shows meaningful exposure across banking, consumption, financial services, automobiles, metals, and select global opportunities. The strategy continues to focus on creating a balanced portfolio that allows global investors to participate in India's long-term growth while benefiting from diversification. Now, as we move into the next phase of the year, one thing remains clear. Market sentiment will continue to fluctuate, headlines will continue to change, and short-term volatility will remain a part of investing. What matters most is having a process that can navigate these changes with discipline and conviction. Across Solitaire, TRUBLU, VRIDDHI, Sphere, and NEO, our focus remains unchanged. Investing in quality, managing risk thoughtfully, and building portfolios designed to create long-term wealth for all our investors. If you are a client and are watching this, get in touch with your relationship managers to understand how fast you can attain your goals or how we can help you make your investment journey better. For all our new viewers, reach out to us if you would like to know more about each of these products and would like to begin your investment journey with us. See you all next month.